Well, for more analysis on U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's visit to Asia, we are joined by our current affairs commentator, Professor Xie Tao from Beijing Foreign Studies University. Well, Professor, the six-party talks have been stalled for almost 2 years. Do you think that Clinton's visit to South Korea will help push them forward?
Well, obviously, my own sense is that Hillary Clinton's purpose is not to push forward the six-party talks. We know North Korea and China have been pushing again forward the six-party talks. Remember, China was the architect of the six-party talks, so it's quite understandable why our government has been very actively pushing this. For North Korea, I think it's been under some pressure from many other countries, and that's why it's agreed to come back to the talks. But for Japan, for United States and South Korea, I think now at the moment they are resigned to the fact that there hasn't been much accomplished in the past 2 years during this stalemate process. That's why they are now saying we can leave aside six-party or four-party or five-party talks, whatever. We can focus more on bilateral talks. That's between North and South. And after that, maybe the United States will join in and say between North Korea and the United States. So at this moment, I believe there is no hope of any immediate convention of the six-party talks.
Well, Clinton's next stop will be Japan. It will be the first visit of a U.S. senior official since the devastating earthquake and tsunami hit Japan last month. Do you think there are strategic aims behind the visit, or is it mostly just to pay condolences and tribute to the country?
Well, when you say strategic purposes, of course, when a Secretary of State from the United States visits Japan or South Korea, in addition to this ceremonial stuff, obviously they're going to talk about many issues. So for Japan, I think the primary purpose for Hillary Clinton, of course, is to reaffirm again U.S. commitment to this important alliance. I remember last year the bilateral relationship was very much strained because of disputes over the U.S. military base in Okinawa. And so this year, especially after Japan was devastated by the terrible earthquake, the U.S. military forces based in Japan have proven to be extremely helpful, and they have been very, very active in providing disaster relief to those areas hit by the earthquake. So I think Hillary Clinton may want to tell the Japanese that that's why we have the military troops there. They can actually be extremely helpful to Japan. So that's, I think, the primary purpose. Of course, when she visited Seoul and then she now goes to Tokyo, she will inevitably talk about the North Korean peninsula issues. I think we need to still wait to see any new policy changes from Washington, D.C.
Okay, thanks a lot.